Hey, Sagittarius. Welcome to Taurus season. And welcome to this Mars in Leo transit. That is what we're going to talk about today in this reading. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Check your moon and or your rising signs for deeper resonance. We are going to talk about this amazing Mars in Leo transit that's going to be here until, I believe, June 17th of this year, during, pretty much moving towards the end of spring into summer. And what I'm going to give you in this reading are tools that are available to you, through you, and within you that will aid you in success, in gaining success, and realizing the success you already are experiencing now. Okay. So, whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to move towards, that's that Mars energy. You want to move towards it with passion, but with an open heart, with that Leo energy, right? You want to move towards it with an open heart, with generosity, with love, right? And you want to move towards it passionately. And, some of you guys may be a bit aggressively because you really want this thing. And Mars and Leo is going to help you with that. But at the same time, if you don't take the tools that are being put in front of you or made available to you during this transit, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out on some things. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's jump into it. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Again, check your moon or your rising signs and or your rising sign for deeper resonance. Mars and Leo transit for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Ooh, something wanted to fall out of my hands. Which one was it? Take that for now. Okay, this one said love the messenger. I don't know. This is all about kindness. The green cards are all about kindness. So this one wanted to almost fall out of my hands when I split the deck. If you're dealing with a lot of messages, Sagittarius, maybe at work or on your phone, I'm just getting the sense that just remember, this is just connecting to your humanity and connecting to other people's humanity and realizing that I'm just getting the sense some of you guys may feel like the world is out to get you or something, or that the world is just this big machine that's just here to take away from you. And that's not the case. The world is full of people and individuals who may be trying their best, but they may get in the way of things and they may not mean to. And so instead of hating them or getting angry with them, you might just have to just stop yourself and realize they're just people. They're just people. And I can't hate them. I can't, especially if they're not doing anything directly to you, you just kind of have to pray for them. Pray for them, send them love, send them blessings, right? Pray that, the communication that you have with these people improve. That may sound strange, but that might actually help with any type of frustration or existential crisis that you might be going through or experiencing at this time, if you are, or if you just have a really negative outlook when it comes to society and people. But the card that came out after I split the deck, it says there is no control. There is no control. And this card is blue and it says rest and balance. That's what these cards represent, the blue ones represent. So also at the bottom of that, it says vacation mind. So I'm just getting, Sagittarius, that this energy that I'm getting is like, don't take things so personal. The world's not out to get you. That's a very, that's a very interesting mindset. But sometimes human beings, we can fall into that mindset when there are so many bad things bombarding us and so many bad things and that we've experienced in our lives. It can feel like, man, I guess God hates me or the world hates me or people just don't like me. And it's like, no, I feel like sometimes we have to really look at it in a way where maybe, you have to look at it kind of like maybe that's a bit of an arrogant way of thinking, that the world is out to get you. Now, there may be some entities and people who, yeah, they do target you and they do, but those are individuals, right? But as far as the world or society coming after you, I feel like in order for society to come after you and want to hurt you, you would have to you would have to really, really, really stand out in a good or bad way for the entire world to want to be against you. Or for the gods to be against you, right? Like sometimes you just kind of have to see things, Sagittarius, from a sense of like maybe you're just thinking in the wrong way. And the way you think is how you move. And the way you move based on how you think can cause you to end up at the wrong place at the wrong time, or at the right place at the wrong time, or at the wrong place at the right time, depending on who you're dealing with. So if you have a bit of a pessimistic perspective, then you are going to act pessimistically. You're going to act with pessimism. You're going to respond with pessimism. That makes sense? So let's go ahead and read this card really quickly. And it says, there is no control. It says, much of the conflict we face in our day-to-day lives is related to our desire to always be in control. What would it be like to relax our need to be in charge of what happens to us and other people? The world continues doing what it does, whether we get involved or not. Consider your own body. So much just happens without you doing anything at all. Your heart pumps, your digestive system digests, and your mind remembers to come back to the present when it has become distracted. Just in case you guys need to see that again. There is no control. When you get into your mind, Sagittarius, that you control nothing really, or that you control very little of what goes on in the world, and you just accept it instead of freaking out about it and getting lost in the fear of like not having control, when you just embrace it, you just kind of let go automatically. You just voluntarily just let go. You're just like, okay, whatever's going on in your life right now, Sagittarius, some of you guys may come from a background where maybe your day-to-day lives were being controlled by a certain government, a religion. Maybe you had a parent that was extremely controlling with you growing up, and you kind of picked up on that being a survival technique. You just learned that the only way to get through life is through being in control all the time. But you may have come to a point in your life, Sagittarius, if you guys have come across this reading and it resonates with you, that means that you guys just probably just came to a point in your life where you don't want to have control anymore because it's really exhausting. Maybe you just come to a point in your life where maybe you met somebody, or you're in you have a friendship or a relationship, or something has occurred in your life where you have learned like, I don't have control and I don't need to have control, right? And it's interesting, the card that came out, it says love the messenger. You just might have a messenger, a person who's giving you this exact advice in your life, like your personal life, who tells you like, hey, can you just like leave it alone, let it go, or calm down. You might get upset at somebody who tells you like, let go of that, like, why are you worried about that? And you might get upset and be like, how dare you, right? How dare you respond like that? How dare you tell me not to do this, or how dare you tell me to calm down. Like there's people who get really upset and fired up when somebody tells them to calm down, but that person, if you have somebody in your life who's very calm, cool, and collected, and it seems like they're just moving through life with ease, it's because they've learned something that you soon will be met with. They've learned a lesson that you are being met with right now, Sagittarius. And you need to really show this person some respect and consideration, because this person, without even knowing it necessarily, is actually was actually sent to you to show you how to calm down, how to let go. You may be showing other people in your family or your friendships how to let go. Maybe you're the one that's showing everybody around you, like, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. And you might be standing up to somebody who's been trying to control you your entire life, or throughout in a relationship, and you're just like, no, you don't get to control me, right? You don't get to control the narrative. So it depends on what you're dealing with, Sagittarius. It depends on your circumstance. Sorry, guys, I heard a car horn out there. It's people making noise. I think people are finally fully awake now because it's almost 11 a.m. in the morning. All right, let's pull another. We're going to pull two more oracle cards, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So Sagittarius, this Mars and Leo transit messages for Sagittarius. Excuse me, Sagittarius. Just sipping on some lemon water. You received calm comes when you remember that all you have is this moment. I feel like was it Sagittarius who got this one? I feel like it was either Leo or Sagittarius. One of you guys got this again, got this same card in the past reading. If this was you, Sagittarius, then you just got this card again, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. It was more than likely in your April readings that you guys got this card, if you guys did get this card. But anyway, calm comes when you remember that all you have is this moment. So Sagittarius, how many moments are you going to waste thinking about the past? Thinking on what you can control or what you can't control? How many moments are you going to have you wasted? Just think about it, like from your past. Like how many moments have you wasted, or have you allowed someone to cause you to waste because of trivial things in that moment? If it's not bringing you happiness, if it's not bringing you peace and tranquility and prosperity in that moment, give it no attention, pay it no mind, pay it no heed, right? That may sound simple, but I know it's not simple. Okay, when you're trying to put it into action, especially for those of you who have been living in survival mode for so long, living in the moment can definitely be a challenge. Today is a new day is your, oh wait, is that true? Well, never mind. Well, that might be this is the second time. Who was this for Leo? No, this was for Virgo. It was either Virgo or Libra, but I think it was Virgo where the cards got stuck together, and I thought that I was reading one card, but the one that showed itself is for your secret messages. It says today is a new day at the bottom of the deck. So make sure that you take every single day as a new opportunity to grow and to let go. Yeah, and then you have another one that says pet your stress away. That's the one that's at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys need to spend time with animals. Some of you guys need to adopt a pet that can actually help you let go of control and just live in the moment. It could help you kind of regulate your emotions a little bit. Animals are really, really good at helping us remember that we're okay in this moment, you know, when our minds are, I don't know how animals do it, but they do. They do. So if you have a pet, focus on them. Focus on your pet because they will show you that, hey, it's not so bad. Why? Because animals don't, there's a lot of animals, especially if you have a dog, they don't live as long. Okay? They don't live as long as we do. So they don't have the same worries that we do, right? For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. One more oracle message, you guys, from this Mars and Leo transit. So again, think about it, Sagittarius. If you were only given up to, let's say, max 12 years to live on this planet, if you only had 12 years to live or 12 more years to live and it was like set in stone, like this is how long you're going to live, would you be so focused on things that don't matter? Would you still be sitting here in fear, allowing people to cause frustration or anxiety? Would you be allowing yourself to be overwhelmed by this life's, frustrations and annoyances and trauma, right? So if you have a dog or a cat, think about how long they have to live normally on average. And then think about like the things that they think about on a daily basis. I mean, you won't be able to know what they think about, but like just based on their life and how they react to things, you can kind of tell, like, some animals, they don't care about bills. They don't care about, other people getting on their nerves. Like all they care about is what's in front of them every single day, every single moment, right? Oh, you have equinox. You have equinox. Commitment, integration, shifts. Commitment, integration, and shifts. So springtime, fall time, autumn, those are times where your commitments will show results. What you have been committed to through the winter and the summer will come to fruition in the spring and the fall. So whatever changes that you are planning on making will start to shift. Whatever plans you make in the summer or the winter, those those things will start to shift and change and transform by the time spring and fall hits. So whatever it is, that whatever shifts you're going through now, you're going to enjoy that transformation. You're going to enjoy those results in the summertime. And then when the fall comes around, there's going to be another shift, right? And then that's when the winter time comes around and you can enjoy the holidays. You can enjoy the fruits of your labor in the winter. The spring and the fall are the times to integrate whatever plans or whatever changes you've made into your life, new new diets, new ways of eating, working out, new lifestyle, new hobbies. It's time to start incorporating those things into your life now. And whatever things you plan in the summertime, you know, start adding those things to your life by the fall. Bottom of the deck as your secret message, you have soul consciousness and mind in psyche. So, for those of you who are really thinking on a spiritual level, you might be coming to the realization and the understanding that you have a soul in that body of yours. You have a portal. You are a living portal. All living beings are living portals and palaces, right? And when you start to come to an understanding of that, you realize that these material things in life are really not that important. What's important are the changes that are happening inside of you. All right, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot. We're going to pull 3 tarot messages, and then we're going to clarify them towards the end of your reading, okay? So we're going to pull 3 tarot cards, you guys, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising signs, messengers of light, ancestors of light for this Mars in Leo transit. I'll do one more time. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for this Mars in Leo transit. Plant your seeds now. Or some of you guys, you already planted your seeds back in the winter. You'll see results soon, this springtime. You planted your seeds in rich soil, in the right places. You'll see results. You'll be able to harvest soon, right? Some of you guys are going to be able to harvest in the summertime for sure, before the fall hits. Wait for your fruit to ripen. Don't pluck the fruit so soon. Be patient. Springtime, this is not the time to harvest. This is a time to cultivate. This is a time, the winter time was really, or maybe around the time closer to the end of winter, maybe, was a time to cultivate the land for spring. But like, this is a time to make sure that the soil is watered, that you have your fertilizer put down. And I mean metaphorically, okay? And for those of you who are trying to grow a farm or a garden, saying the same thing, right? Same thing. But the things that need to happen, the things that need to take place, let them take place first before you start picking your fruit. Some of you guys are trying to enjoy, you're trying to force something to be enjoyable when it's not ripe yet. Some of you guys in the spring or the fall, you guys are going to finally get married. You guys planned your wedding in the springtime or the fall. And you're finally going to be able to feel secure in your relationship with somebody. You and someone's soul are going to be intertwined in such a beautiful way, either in the spring or the fall of this year or next year. I don't know, but I'm thinking it's this year. If those of you who are planning your own wedding. So whatever is not happening in your relationship with somebody right now, it's just not supposed to happen right now. It's not ripe. The fruit's not ripe. Let it ripen. You have the Tower. Yes, let things happen. Let things fall. Some people need to make sure that they're careful, so that way you don't force a Tower moment. Sagittarius, do not force a Tower moment. Let things unfold as they should, because if you don't, you just might cause some destruction that's irreversible. Do not cause a fire, Sagittarius, because it's going to be destructive. Do not jump to conclusions. It's not going to be good. Be honest. Have a plan. 7 of Swords. So you have Scorpio, you have Sagittarius, and you have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay. If you're not careful, Sagittarius, you're going to step into a trap because you're moving too fast and you're not stopping yourself and letting go of control. This individual, these are not their swords. This doesn't belong to them. Why are they going out of their way to take what's not theirs? They're a thief. Sagittarius, this is not a time for you to just take what you want. Either maybe you're just trying to like protect yourself and you're just like, well, I need this now, or I need to have this now. No. And if you have somebody in your life who's like this, who's trying to steal your joy and get you trapped, they're taking from your mental body, they're taking away your mental confidence. Somebody might be because, maybe you're giving too much information, Sagittarius. I don't know, but some of you guys may need to be careful with the how you divulge information to someone, because someone could be taking, like this guy with the swords. Swords represent communication and mental logic, mental body and logic. You may be telling something to someone and giving them information that they are walking away with and telling other people that they shouldn't be telling. You may have a Aquarius in particular who is very dishonest, maybe a couple of them, and they can easily get you trapped. And it looks like this person actually is like, they get a kick out of it. Like there's someone who enjoys kind of being a liar. It's almost like just kind of being cunning. It's like there's somebody in your midst who has like this Loki energy, like the god Loki. They have this Loki energy where they actually enjoy being cunning. Be careful with this person, Sagittarius. This person, if this is somebody at work, this person tells a lot of lies and they think they get a kick out of it because people fall for it. And this individual is very smart. They know what they're doing. But you got to be smarter, Sagittarius. You got to be able to see through their disguise. You have to see through their cunning and see that there is a trap being set out for you. I know a few Sagittarians in my life, rising and sun signs. You guys are smart. Nothing can really get past a Sagittarius unless you guys are blinded by control and fear and ego. That is how people can get you tripped up, Sagittarius. So if you're so quick to anger, if you're quick to blow up on somebody and be just charged forward in your emotions, if you're so quick to open your mouth at the wrong place at the wrong time, there's somebody waiting for you to slip up. Or there is some spirits that are waiting for you to slip up and do something that is going to be of detriment to you or a relationship that you're in with somebody. Somebody is waiting for you to mess up a job opportunity, or an entity or a spirit is waiting for you to mess it up. Bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Swords. Don't take your stubbornness to the grave, Sagittarius. Do not allow this world to control you. When it comes to your health, some of you guys need to slow down with these pentacles. You guys need to slow down from eating something. You guys need to be patient with yourselves. You guys need to eat foods that are actually going to calm your nervous system. But some of you guys really need to take a step back and relax. You guys need to rest with the Four of Swords here. And while you're in the resting stages of your life, Sagittarius, and really taking a break from someone or from a family situation or taking a break from a relationship or from work, you just might have, some people who actually show up and say, hey, are you okay? You'll actually have somebody who shows up with some flowers or with a flower. Like they might have like little gifts for you because they actually do. You'll start to realize these people really do appreciate me. They really do. But when you're so focused on this person, you lose sight of the flowers and the gifts that are waiting for you behind the curtain because you're allowing this person to convince you that, you know, they're doing better or that you have no control. Sagittarius, nobody can control you unless you let them. You are a Sagittarius. You are ruled by Jupiter. Let's clarify these cards. There is no way. It saddens me to see a Sagittarius being controlled by anybody. And it's very rare, honestly. I'm trying to think if I know a Sagittarius who's being controlled, but I don't know anybody in my personal life. Maybe one, but you know, at the same time, you guys know how to put up a fight. You guys know how to put up a fight. You're a Sagittarius. There is no way you guys should be allowed. There's no way that you guys should allow someone to control you or to put you in a prison. It's almost like it's like the same thing for Gemini and Aquarius, in my opinion, and even with Leos. Those types of like zodiac signs, whether it's in your sun, moon, or rising signs, like seeing them being controlled, it's like it saddens me, right? You, so Sagittarius, Leo, and Aquarius, Gemini, you guys are the last people that I ever want to see being controlled. Queen of Wands, there's that Leo energy, Sagittarius. So you may have Leo in your chart, or this is another person external to you who is showing you again, be patient. You may have a Leo who actually just kind of glides through life and they wait for their fruit to ripen. They're not about to rush anything. This is a very beautiful woman for some of you. Some of you guys, maybe this is your significant other if you're with a Leo, sun, moon, or rising. But this individual is very attractive, very beautiful. This can also be you, Sagittarius. Okay. Maybe you don't realize how attractive you actually are and how beautiful you actually are. And you probably also don't understand how creative you are as an individual. You guys could be artists or designers of some kind, or you have that skill, but you never really used it, or you just kind of gave up on it. But you could be dealing with somebody else who's an artist, somebody else who dresses really nice, or someone else who's very attractive, at least in your eyes, right? But this is somebody who when they go through life, they're just like, you know, when the fruit's ready, I'm ready to pick it. And you may see that this person in your life is always eating good fruit in their life, just always having a good time in every moment. Why? And it may seem like it, but it's because they allow their fruit to ripen. So that way, when they go pick it, they have a bunch of it and they never miss. There's somebody in your life they never miss, Sagittarius, and they could be the very person supporting you on your journey and wanting you to be happy. If this is a significant other or a mother figure, a woman who's a Leo in your life, beautiful, beautiful connection with this person. But this can be you, Sagittarius. This is who you are becoming. Radiant, beautiful, sunny, right? Confident, having you learned from your experiences. Excuse me. We have the Magician, clarifying the Tower. So once again, the Magician is not here to control. The Magician just takes the stage and just knows how to put on an amazing show. They know how to light up a room. They know that they already have the tools that they need to create magic. And they always will have the tools that they need to create magic in their lives and in their relationships. Let go of control. Do not set things on fire. Others of you, you are transforming. This Tower is something that is completely falling in your life, or a relationship with someone that you have completely set on fire because you're done with it, so that you can finally pick up this infinite power. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Some of you guys, you're dealing with someone who drinks. They like to party, Sagittarius, or when they get drunk, the truth comes out and you realize that they have been holding on to some truths from you. Some of you guys, you're dealing with someone who is, again, very dishonest. They're actually very flirtatious in party settings or social settings. This could be a water sign, but I'm really feeling big time Aquarius energy. It could be an air sign, but a lot of it is Aquarius. So somebody is probably going to get drunk, Sagittarius, and they're going to slip up and say something that's going to get them in trouble with you. And whatever it is that they say or whatever it is you catch them in the act of is going to cause you, is going to cause this tower moment, and it's going to push you towards this magician. So somebody is not being honest, and they haven't been honest for a while. This Leo, though, I don't think it's the Leo, but this fire sign female, she might already know who it is, and she might already have been telling you, like, hey, you can't trust that person. You can't trust this person. If this person is not an Aquarius, whoever they are, they're not trustworthy. This person is a partier, or they were in a past life. Maybe you are the one, Sagittarius, you're more of a partier, or you were a partier in your past. Maybe you're the one that maybe too, like, you like to indulge in drinking. Maybe you get too drunk, and that's where you kind of get yourself in trouble, is when you drink. If for those of you Sagittarius who drink a lot and you like to indulge in liquor, you might end up it's going to end up getting you into some trouble one day, and you might think that you'll be able to get away with it for long. But if you are an alcoholic, or if you suffer from a drinking problem, just understand it will catch up with you one day. Okay, it's going to catch up with you one day. And now, however, whenever it does catch, if I'm praying that it doesn't, I'm praying that you guys stop this habit or this lying. Whoever is lying, if either it's you or someone else, but if this is someone else lying to you, it's going to catch up with them, and it's going to, when they get caught, it's really going to heal. It's going to heal you eventually, and you're going to be like, bet, I'm moving on with my life. Like, I just feel like you're just going to move on from this person, and it's going to actually push this person into like a tower moment where they're going to be forced to transform themselves and heal themselves, but they're probably going to end up doing it without you. Okay, but if this is you guys are the ones that have been lying or trying to get away with something, especially if it's drinking, Sagittarius. Just understand that if this does end up catching up with you and you don't stop it before your health catches up with you, this is going to be a very, very healing time for you. Very, very healing time. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Pentacles. So when it comes to your health, please work on your health, Sagittarius. You cannot expect anybody else to do this work for you. Please work on your health. Work on your health. Take your vitamins, drink water, get good sleep. Stop drinking so much, or just stop drinking in general. If you smoke cigarettes, stop smoking cigarettes. If you need to get back to working on your artwork and being more creative, if you're an artist or a designer, get back to it. Okay. Everything that you need, the communication, the love, the motivation, and the good health and the money, you have it already built inside of you. So just create it. Just build it, Sagittarius. Okay. Much love and light to all of you. I really wish you guys the best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, y'all.